The band program has grown a whole lot, and they have helped a lot getting us equipment. They got us percussion equipment so that the high school could have a really great drum line, and then we could give the older equipment to the middle school so they could have a really great drum line. They have helped us to start a brand new jazz band program at the high school, which is great, and it gives the kids another chance to do something towards college and have another type of music that they're exposed to and a new activity to keep them busy. So that's been really helpful at all. And they've helped us do a lot of other instrument things where we can share instruments across all 3 campuses to help our program grow.
So this is my first year here. And from day one, I saw the positive effect of the foundation. Just being able to show up and have, right out of the box, brand new equipment that came from a grant from the previous year. And day 2 was we got to move a lot of the other equipment down to Collins and to Drane, whereas I showed up, there's not a lot of stuff for me to teach kids with, and then we're bringing in all of this equipment from the high school that we got to move down. And so now I get to have entire classes of kids on keyboards and drums, and I don't have to have anybody sitting in a corner playing drumsticks on a book because we don't have enough drums. That's not a case. I've had to deal with that before. But there's a lot of equipment here. It's in great shape, and I'm teaching the kids how to take care of it. They're learning responsibility. They all get an opportunity to actually play something, which is one of the biggest goals of a music teacher sometimes is just, can I have an instrument for someone to play on? And that's not a problem here because of the help from the foundation.
We get bigger every year, and they are more supportive every single year, and it means a lot to the kids, it means a lot to the parents. It helps us to be able to provide the things that we need for our kids, just instrument-wise or any other kind of supplies that we need, music, all those things. And it helps the program to grow with the size of the group and the success of it. It gets more successful every year because of what we're able to give the kids.
Talking about the Drane band program, there's many different elements and aspects of the program really to talk about. Of course, it's really the beginning of the band program as a whole, and so there's a lot of important things that happen at that level that you may not necessarily see as the kids progress through the program. One of the big things is, of course, our recruitment process. We are very active in how we recruit kids into the program. We spend quite a bit of time going to the elementary schools, playing music for them that relates to what's going on in their lives at the time. We don't try to go in and play music that the kids don't really understand, because that's not going to grab them and get them involved and engaged in what it is that we're trying to do. So recruitment is very important. We also spend a lot of time during that recruitment process letting the kids come and actually look at the instruments and touch them and hold them and try to make little noises and things like that. So we call that our animal petting zoo, but it's instrument petting zoo in this case. Beyond the recruitment aspect of things, we spend a lot of time during the school year in what we call split classes or split band, where every teacher in the band department is involved in teaching several classes at Drane throughout the day, so that every teacher is involved in the program. And that's important because it gets the kids used to seeing every teacher that is available to them and not just one director like myself being in front of the kids all the time. Plus, it allows us to reach the kids in a much smaller setting and give them a leg up, whereas you may go to another program down the road here or there and find that all of your beginner band students are in one class. And you just cannot reach the kids on that level. It's like trying to teach math and English and science and history and social studies all in one classroom at the same time. It just doesn't work. But one of the advantages of doing that, besides the fact that the kids become stronger players much faster, is that the kids can relate to us and relate to us on a much more personal level than if we're just standing up in front of a band of 50 or 60 kids. And that makes kids want to stay in and continue on down the road. That personal relationship that we develop with them, I think, helps a lot. I can tell you that within the last 3 years, the band program at Drane has pretty much doubled in size. I think I seem to remember, probably 4 years ago we were looking at maybe 60 kids, 70 kids in the band program. That's jumped up where we may start out at the beginning of the year with 140 like we did this year and last year.
Next year, we're anticipating about probably between 140 and 150 involved in the marching show. The year after that, it'll probably be close to 180. Drane, this year we had about 103 beginners, and that tends to grow by about 30 each year. The middle school next year will probably jump up by about 50 kids, so it's growing at a very healthy rate, and we're just trying to keep up with them.